Alright, so today I'm going to teach you how to put the bassoon together, form the embouchure, maybe play a song or two out of the book if we get there, alright?
Alright.
So, the first step, might be one of the more difficult steps, is actually putting the instrument together. The bassoon has a lot of pieces. So, the way I'm going to teach you how to put it together is I'm going to put it together first and then describe it as I go.
Alright.
And then when I'm done, I'll take it apart and I want you to teach me how to put the instrument together like I've never put it together.
Alright.
Okay?
Let's see how this goes.
Yes. So, the first thing I like to do is I take out the reed. So, this is the case mine is in. It's told if you are a professional, you have a different case, so you might want to get one of those if you're going to be passionate on bassoon.
Maybe professional.
So, first you get a little cup or glass, you fill it with water. Now you see, the next step is you will take out the reed. So you pop it off, and then you take out the reed, alright? So, with the bassoon, you can soak the reed almost pretty much the whole thing. Oboe, I think you have to be more specific, but with bassoon, you can just stick it in there and let it soak. Alright?
Alright.
So that's all you need to do with that guy for now. You see it?
I see.
Alright. So, the next step is you want to grab your seat strap. This is your seat strap.
Seat strap.
It actually goes on your seat.
Oh.
Believe it or not. Mine, this thing is kind of weird, so I just kind of pull it where I need to go. So that's supposed to adjust, but it doesn't quite work right. So I adjust it where it needs to be. And if you look on it, mine has like a soft side, if you want to feel it,
Oh, yes.
and then a smoother side. A fuzzy, more sticky side I put on the chair so it doesn't slide. Then you're good with that. The next piece, it's called the boot joint. See? It's got two holes on the top, and it's the very bottom of the bassoon. Right? And when you're putting it together, I like to hold it where the square-looking thing is facing away from me, and the big bubble is facing out. Because that's how you hold it when you play it, and that's just how it helps me put it together. So, the next piece you will grab, there are many names for it. I've heard it called the right joint, the tenor joint, or the wing joint. And that is this piece. So, as you put it together, you're almost working your way down the case from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
I'll have it. And you'll see it's the smaller of the two, so it goes in the smaller of the two holes on the bassoon. You'll see that there's this that sticks off the edge, and there's that right there. You want the two to connect together, so like that, you see? Right there. Alright, so, there you go, that's the tenor, wing, and right joint. You will then take what's also called the left joint, the bass joint, or the long joint. There's many different names. Too many, if you ask me. And so, you'll see there's only one key on the back and a lot on the front. You want the front with all the keys facing you.
Okay.
And you also see that there's this key hook thing kind of here, and there's a hole right there. It goes there. So if you kind of line it up, slide it down, and you'll see it fits right in there, and then push it down, and then it almost locks in place right there. You want to be careful when putting stuff on that you don't bend or break off this key because it's a very fragile and important key. The next part is the bell joint. You'll see there's the bell, and here's where it connects. And you'll also see that there's another thing sticking off, another piece right there. You'll want to slide it together, make sure it lines up perfectly, alright?
Alright.
See that? One.
There it is.
And now, the next part, which is the most expensive part, is called the buckle.
The vocal.
Not a buckle, but a buckle. So you gotta push these little things apart. I'll take it. You see, there's cork. I just flipped you a spit.
It's alright.
I'll get that out there. There's cork. And there's a little tiny hole. See it?
I do.
So, when putting it, you want the small end of it facing you. So make sure that's out of the way. And carefully twist it all the way in there. And so, does that look right to you?
Oh, what about this hole?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to turn it so when you push that down, it comes with that little tiny hole. Alrighty, so Then the next step I like to do is attaching the bassoon to the seat strap.
Oh boy.
If you lift it up and you look at the bottom, there's a little ring down there.
Keychain.
A little keychain looking thing. You'll take the hook, just stick it through. Alright. Once I have that, the next step is to grab the reed. Or actually, the next step I like to do is this piece. Some people don't use it, and some people do. I personally really like using it. It's called the crutch. See, there's a little hole right here.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it in. It helps you keep the hand shape you need, so you don't start using your finger like, not your fingertips, but the middle of your fingers. You have the flat part. So this helps you keep that shape you need. I personally enjoy using it. And then the next part is the reed. So carefully take out your reed, shake it out, and then it slides right on. And then you want the reed to be parallel with the ground. You don't want it like that. Straight up and down. Alright, so I'm going to quickly take it apart.
Alright.
And I want you to quickly put it together. Not quickly, but I'll try to quickly take it apart so we have as much time as possible. And I want you to do the same, but teach me how to put it together. So we switch roles here.
Alright.
Sing some pain sometimes. There we go. So when you take it apart, you have to pull that thing up. And carefully, without twisting too much, pull the pieces up. And I can explain taking it apart more when we are done. That's not right, but I'll fix it. All right. It's a process. So how do you put a bassoon together?
You take the reed, you pop the thing off, it flies over there. You take your reed, put it in a cup of water, and let it soak. Then you take this big boot joint.
Mm-hmm.
The round bubble thing goes towards you, and these go outside you,
Yep.
square. Then take this one, and I'm going to say all the pieces go.
Yep.
This goes
There's a
here
little thing.
because this goes on the.
If you want, you can almost put the bassoon on the ground
Oh.
and kind of carefully push down and twist. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks good. It lines up. Yeah.
Yep.
What's
and
next?
Then you take this part.
Which way does it go?
This thing has to go in the hole.
Yep.
So. There it
Is it in the hole?
is. It is.
You can turn. Yep. That looks good.
All right.
What's next?
Then you take
I got the C-strap.
your bell and put this.
Twist a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it lines up.
There that goes.
All right. Before you put the vocal on, I forgot about this step. I'll load the bassoon real quick.
All right. Sticky side on the bottom.
You're probably gonna want more underneath you. Yeah.
And then take this, get your ring on the hook. There it is. Then we get our vocal.
Mm-hmm.
The expensive part.
Be careful with it.
Slide this on,
You can go further down. Yeah. Make sure.
and then make sure it goes over this hole.
Yeah, that looks great. All right. Now what?
Now we need a reed.
Well, there's one other thing you missed.
Ah,
What's it called?
I don't remember.
The crutch.
The crutch, and that goes in this hole.
Yep. Now, like you said, the reed. Shake it out.
Put it parallel to the ground.
Alright. So, what that looks about right. You can adjust it when you do it. So now, this next thing is holding the bassoon and figuring out where your fingers should go. Alright, so if you feel on the back side here, there are 3 holes, well, there's 2 holes I think, and a button. 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. Pinky should hover over those keys right there. You're right.
Alright.
And then your thumb should hover over all these keys here, because it's in charge of all of those.
Whoa.
And then on your right hand, first finger on that hole, second on that hole there, and third down by all those. But mostly that one, yes.
Alright.
Alright, yeah. And then your pinkies are in charge of all those down there.
Alright.
Next is putting the bassoon up to your face. Just rotate it up. It's too low. So, what you want to do is pull on the seat strap that way. Now try it again. It should feel perfect. You shouldn't be looking up to the bassoon or looking down to the bassoon.
Alright. I think that looks good.
Yeah. Alright, so now forming the bassoon on the string. One thing I like to do is say the word owl. Say it for me.
Owl.
Stop at owl.
Owl.
You feel how your lips are kind of out?
Yep.
So now, how about put the mouthpiece, the reed, in your mouth, and now do that owl.
Owl.
Now maybe slide it in a little bit more. Maybe a little out. Okay. And now when you're doing that, almost feel like you're holding in a yawn with your jaw. You want a lot of space in there. Alright? And make sure you're applying pressure on the reed from not too much pressure. Pressure isn't quite the word, but you don't want air to be able to escape out of it. So now do that, and then just let your air go. There you go.
There it
You
is.
feel where on the reed it feels the best.
Yeah.
So it can be, some people are a little more in and out. So try that again and just feel right where it feels the best.
That's
Try again.
something.
How about try again and try to get more firm sound, less, and find a point where it just feels straight. Try putting less pressure on the reed and relaxing your jaw and the space in. All right, you're playing some notes there.
Yes, I am.
All right, so did that sound a lot better and feel better?
Yes.
Yes, that's what you want to feel in your mouth. All right, so I feel like you have the hang of that. I'm going to teach you a few notes real quick,
Okay.
and I think we'll be good for the day, all right?
Alright.
So, let's see. Let's read it. I'm going to teach you Mary Had a Little Lamb, all right?
Oh boy, here we go.
One of these notes might be a little tricky, but it's not that bad. Let's get it. All right?
Good.
So, what's that first note?
It's B flat. Oh, it's a D flat.
Clefs are important.
Bass
The
flat.
back and bass clef. All right. So, to finger that, with your right hand, you want to do 1 and 2.
1, 2.
Oh, I mean left hand, sorry.
Left hand, 1, 2.
Yes. And you'll be wanting using the whisper key, which is that bottom small one right there, which lifts up that right there. So, that's your D. All right, you want to play that for me real quick? There you go. Sounds good. Now, what's the next note?
C.
Yep. Just add your third finger. All right. The next note,
B flat.
that's the tricky one, all right? So, you'll have all 3 down in your left hand. Put down 1, 2,
1, 2.
and then with your thumb, you see that top one up there?
Yes.
That as well. Sounds good.
Yes.
All right. Now, do you think you could play for me that slowly?
Maybe what's the first finger you get?
1, 2.
1, 2.
Then C is all 3. B flat is 1, 2 plus that top one in your thumb.
1, 2.
All right. You want to try it slowly?
Alright.
It's your first time, so no worries. That's an F, which will
F.
just be the whisper key. There you go.
Oh, I lost the holes.
And
That's
that's
so small.
once you play it a little bit more, you'll feel where they are. There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Something's wrong. Oh, I missed the hole.
Sounds good. Alright, so, and once you start playing, you'll feel where the holes are, and it'll become a lot more natural.
Yeah.
I had the same problem as you did when I started.
They're so tiny.
So, when taking them apart, it's pretty much the same. So, I don't think I need to go through with you because do you feel comfortable taking it apart?
Sure.
It's exactly like you do putting it together
Just in reverse.
in reverse. Alrighty, well, good lesson.